Hello agents, in this video we're just going to go through the patch notes for the new update on the Division 2, so title update 8 and the expansion. There's a few bits in here that I didn't know myself and they haven't spoke about, so I thought it'd be a good video to make for you guys. Once done, if you do want to leave your comments and let me know what you think of the patch and how you're finding it, because I'm truly loving it at the minute, and it's a lot more difficult, which is what I wanted, as I've been saying in streams. So yeah, I'm a very happy boy. We're going to go through these patch notes now, so let me know what you think. Before we do, if you do like the video, please do give it that thumbs up and consider hitting subscribe for more content from myself if you're new here. We also have a fantastic growing community. We're about 5,000 members now, very active, non-toxic, great place to link up with others, so check that out as well after this video. The link is at the top of the description. So starting at the top, so full Division 2 patch notes, Warlords of New York campaign. You travel to New York to hunt down Alan Keener. To find him, you'll need to investigate his lieutenant's activities, find clues and gain the trust of the peacekeepers, local military and defending the public. You get a completely new open world in the lower Manhattan with random world activities, returning factions like the Rikers and Cleaners. There's 4 new open world name zones under Fog of War with no level gating, giving you the freedom to tackle the investigation in any way that you want. You get 2 bridges, Battery Park, Civic Center and Financial District. There are your 4 areas. There's 5 new narrative main missions taking you through lower Manhattan in your hunt for Alan Keener. These are called The Tombs, Pathway Park, Wall Street, Stranded Tanker and a mystery location. There's 8 interlinked side missions as well to investigate clues that will help players find out more about Keener's operation and his lieutenants. These are called Police Headquarters, Hugh Carey Tunnel, Pier 26, JTF Shelter, City Hall, New York Federal Reserve, Castle Clinton and Doyers Street. There's a new level progression from level 30 to 40. And you get a new base of operations called Haven in New York. Haven is a new settlement led by Paul Rhodes. The inhabitants consist of survivors from lower Manhattan, former JTF soldiers and former police officers, with the latter 2 forming the Peacekeepers. There's also a puppy, which is awesome. You can pet him. There's a reimagined New York factions. Rikers and Cleaners are back. Both have received upgrades to their AI and are fiercer than ever. There's new archetypes for both Rikers and Cleaners. New elite variant of Black Tusk can be found in legendary difficulty missions. New archetypes as the Black Tusk have assimilated parts of the LMB. New skills, you're going to get these from New York. You get Explosive Sticky Bomb, Incendiary Sticky Bomb, a Tripwire Tap and a Decoy. The Decoy is pretty epic. If you've not used it yet, you should. New gear, there's a wide array of new weapons, brand and gear sets, exotic and named items. And there's Gear 2.0, so this is part of Title Update 8 for everybody. All weapons, gear and mods have been reworked. All existing items have been converted into the new system. Gear has been converted to only contain the following attributes. You've got weapon damage, skill tier, armor, weapon handling, crit hit chance and damage, headshot damage, skill repair, skill haste, armor regeneration, hazard protection, health and explosive resistance. All brand bonuses have been reworked as well. I did another video covering that if you want to check that out. You see all the new different brand bonuses. And talents, all talents have been reworked. Talents will now only apply to chest and backpack gear as well as weapons. Again, I've got another video if you want to check the channel out showing you what all these talents are on the chest and backpacks. All items can now have a maximum of 1 talent. And all mods have been reworked as well. So gear mods now provide 1 attribute. Mask, chest and backpack items can contain 1 mod slot. Generic gear mods have been removed from the game entirely. Gear sets, all gear sets have been reworked as well, similar to the branded sets. Again, I covered that in that video. Exotics, all exotic items and weapons have been reworked. Again, I got another video for that. Keep saying I don't want to turn this video into an hour long, but I've covered all this in videos yesterday if you want to check them. Skills, all skills have been rebalanced. Skill power has been removed. Skills now automatically scale to the skill tier attribute. Skill mods have no requirement to equip. Loot, the reduced overall loot drop quantity. Now the reason for that is that there's a developer note on the actual patch notes. This change is intended to make loot feel more meaningful. So although it doesn't drop as much, it'll feel more meaningful when it drops, basically. Item power, quality and quantity now scales more strongly with difficulty as well. Vendors, the Clan Vendor and Cassie Mendoza no longer sell items at maximum power and instead sell items with a high power range above other vendors. Crafting, items from the crafting bench now have a minimum and maximum power range. For players that stay at level 30, crafting bench scales with with player level and requires world tier upgrades to increase gear score. The 500 gear score upgrade now raises the minimum gear score of the crafting power range. For players that own Warlords of New York and are above level 30, crafting bench scales with the player level. Crafting bench is reset to specialized quality upon arrival in New York and will automatically increase back to high end while leveling up to level 40. Crafted exotics are no longer crafted at maximum item power and now roll a higher range than the bench's default range. Exotic upgrade blueprints are temporarily capped at level 30, gear score 515, and all other blueprints can be used to craft items up to level 40, scaling with the player level. Orcs batteries can no longer be crafted. These previously provided the skill power attribute, which has been removed. The missing gear score upgrade blueprint for the chameleon has been added. NPC changes. Players now receive an off-screen warning for incoming grenades. Elites are more adept targeting player skills. Signature weapons now deal reduced damage against named enemies. Cleaners rushes now move slower. Coney Island took a lot out of them. EMP emitted on death from Black Tusk's Warhounds has been decreased in radius. So what that means, if you notice, like in the Dark Hours, we're taking down a Warhound, all the other Warhounds drop when you kill it. There's now a less radius, so the dogs are more effective because of that. There's some other Black Tusk adjustments. You've got renamed existing Russia archetype, the one that deploys the suicide drones, to drone operator. Big promotion for those guys, they say. Added 2 new archetypes which have been recruited from the LMB. You've got a Russia, which uses an assault rifle at range and switches to a shotgun up close. And you've got a support, which deploys a support station, which heals nearby friendlies. That's a huge change, and that's one of the reasons why the game is now a lot more difficult as well. They've added 2 new Warhound archetypes. You've got Warhound Grenadier, fires a volley of 3 grenades while stationary, then moves to a new position to do it again and again and again. You've got a Warhound Minigun, which is like a mini Lucy, frequently repositions while unloading a powerful minigun. Increased health gain per player, slightly increased armor gain per roll per player, slightly increased damage per roll per player. Infinite progression, so shade levels is the new end game leveling system. A video is going out today along with this one to show you that. It's basically an infinite progression system granting you perk points at regular intervals used to improve selected stats and bonuses of your agent. There's a new attribute system as well. It's a streamlined RPG system with a focus on increasing build diversity, improving accessibility and making the RPG system more intuitive. God rolled items are back and easily identified in a new UI. Skill power now uses a tier system to allow a clear progression and benefits to each skill shown in the UI. Recalibration has received a large overhaul and players can now store attributes extracted from gear and weapons. Once extracted, players can use the stored attribute to recalibrate gear. Again, I got a video going out today showing that. Achievements and commendations, our new achievements and commendations have been added, so you can check them out. Hunter puzzles, 8 new hunter encounters. There's 4 in New York, 4 in Washington DC. We'll have those videos out for you as soon as we can as well to show you how to get them. I assume they'll come with masks again. Operation Dark Hours, there's a normal difficulty Operation Dark Hours available for level 40 players. I believe that's a lot more difficult, so I'm looking forward to that. Signature weapons, all signature weapon pistols now have a level 40 version. Increase the gunners, well, I want to talk about that actually because they're absolutely pointless. You got these level low-level pistols with your specialisation you can never use, so that's quite handy that they've actually made them viable. Increase the gunner's minigun damage to make it more effective. It will require sustained fire to maximum effectivity, and a technician skill power talent has been reduced to a single talent, which grants skill tier. Dark Zone changes. Additional extraction points are now available in every Dark Zone. Experience in the Dark Zone will now only be earned from player-to-player interactions, extractions and supply drops. All items are now contaminated and show attribute rolls to give players more agency on which items they want to extract. VoIP is now active on default with options to set it to team only or turn it off entirely. I did a video about that last week, so now that's on already, so that's great. That makes that video pointless. You can now see players in social media that are within 100 meters of your agent. Signature weapon ammunition is no longer granted inside the Dark Zone, and already acquired ammunition is removed when entering a checkpoint. Grey Rogue status and the Thieves Den vendor have been removed. There are still vendors available near the DZ gates. Removed the secure and loot option on dead agents loot piles. Added new intense extraction music for non-invaded dark zones. Extraction timer is now 90 seconds in all dark zones. Surviving manhunt rewards are not contaminated. Dark zone intro missions have been shortened and streamlined. Death timer for dying as rogue agent on manhunt is now 15 seconds. Reduced the loss of DZ XP when dying by 50%. You now lose DZ XP when dying as a non-rogue as well. Killing NPCs inside the DZ no longer grants DZ XP. Adding ammunition crates near every extraction site. Clearing a landmark no longer grants DZ XP. Loot quality in a dark zone has been increased. Toggling speed to gain rogue status has been increased. It now takes less time to go rogue. Players are now able to move while toggling rogue status. Added heroic landmarks, pretty sweet. Added project objectives for the dark zone. Deconstructing contaminated items will now provide contaminated DZ resources. Entering dark zone effect is now added. You know which one has been added. I have no idea about that. Reduced UI clutter. Dark zone perks have been reset as some perks, and the order of perks has changed. Invaded dark zones are now normalized. Normalization has been changed and now only affects base armor and weapon damage. DZ vendors prices now slightly scale with item level and quality. Sounds like they're trying to make you PvP more, especially with the levels not going up there. With like NPC interaction, you do need, it is player to player interaction that you need to level up on. I think that's good, because I max leveled very quick and I've hardly even been in the dark zone, so these sound like positive changes, but I haven't done much PvP. Let me know what you think. And then moving on to progression, reduce the maximum number of armor kits that can be carried from 6 to 4. You've got target intel has been removed as well. That's no longer a thing. Loot containers that previously provided target intel will now provide crafting materials. Targeted loot areas have been updated to include new gear, weapons and equipment, and the E-credit reward for replaying a mission now scales with player level. Bounties. Daily bounties no longer require collection from bounty boards or officers. Bounties no longer require target intel. Once a bounty has been accepted, it can be completed. Bounty location selection has been updated. Some rare bounty locations will now activate more frequently. Invasions. Invasions no longer automatically select a suggested mission every time you enter Washington DC. Agents may now fast travel to most invaded missions. Invaded strongholds no longer have a gear score requirement during the world tier progression. Off-site locations in the pilot. Many off-site missions have been moved on the map for easier navigation. Then there's missions, control points and bounty difficulty. All difficulty modifiers have been updated to account for the removal of damage to elites. All missions now have heroic difficulty available once you finish Warlords of New York campaign, which is really good. So heroic on every single mission, and we got legendary too, remember. Directives is a new thing. Directives are additional difficulty modifiers that players can activate manually after having finished the Warlords of New York campaign, both for missions and the open world. The more directives you activate, the harder the challenge and the greater the end of activity XP reward is. 5 directives will be available once you reach the level 40 endgame. So the directives are ammo hoarders, that reduces the starting ammo and access ammo is lost on reload. Enemies don't drop ammo and ammo is not shown on the minimap. Call skills, when one skill is activated, the other is put on cooldown. Fog of War, minimap and directional threat indicators are removed. No regen. Armor never regenerates after an encounter. It can be manually healed though. And special ammo. Enemy bullets may be of special types. What type depends on the enemy faction. So sort of bringing that in from the Division 1 with what they did in the Underground. Those modifiers, I like it, and you can put them on any mission now. Really good how they did it. Global difficulty. Players that have finished the Warlords of New York campaign can now choose to select a global difficulty. This will affect all gameplay, including open world activities. Higher difficulty enemies and activities drop better quality loot. There are 4 difficulties that can be selected. You can have normal, you can have hard, challenging or heroic. Changing global difficulty will respawn and reactivate activities in the open world. This will allow players to fully reset their activities. Similar to how the Division 1 did the world tiers, you could change the world tiers at endgame. You go back to world tier 1 if you wanted to. Well, this you stay at level 40, but you can make things harder in the open world. yeah, seasons. I got another video coming today discussing this in more depth, but seasons will bring a cohesive experience, endgame experience using seasonal manhunt leagues, global events, bounties and power events across both New York and Washington DC. You can find a first overview on seasons, as I said in the video I post today, if you want to see what all the rewards are and whatnot. Participating in the activities in the seasons will earn players season experience, contributing to their season level. Season 1 will feature 100 levels. Seasons have a fast track and a premium track, which is available to be purchased via the season pass. So you will have free rewards all the way up to tier 100, but then if you want to purchase like the battle pass, you'll get all the extra rewards. Very similar to the battle passes on like Fortnite or Call of Duty. The first season pass for the first season will be free for all players though, so you won't need to purchase that. Going forward you will need to purchase the seasons. Playing Conflict will contribute XP by gaining conflict levels beyond 30, and playing in the Dark Zone will contribute XP by gaining DZ levels beyond 30. There's been loads of bug fixes that we're just going to quickly go through to end this video. They have said they fixed an issue causing Dead Man's Hand talent to not trigger properly after several activations and respawning. Fixed an issue that caused the Lullaby upgrade blueprint not to be available. Fixed an issue that caused the stats menu not to correctly close when clicking the toggle view stats. Fixed an issue that could cause players to receive a server transfer message when accepting a Dark Zone group invite. Fixed an issue that could cause players to become stuck in a loading screen when accepting an invite for the Pentagon mission or not having unlocked the safe house. Fixed several issues with props and covers not working properly with player interactions. Fixed an issue that could cause DZ server transfers to not work properly under certain circumstances. Fixed some weird walls. Fixed an issue that caused the Food Aid Operation Campus project to no longer reward the compensator. Fixed an issue that caused the Salvage Crew Theatre project no longer to reward the vertical grip. And that is it. So they haven't fixed a lot of issues that I've had. There's still bugs that need fixing, but they're doing good. And my opinion is this update's the best the game's had. It's really brought the game back to life. The difficulty's been increased immensely. It feels like that at the minute. I haven't got a build yet. We're going to be grinding for a build today later in a private stream, which you can check out. See if we can get a build together, a build video for you all of my first one. And we'll see how hard it is then. But yeah, we played a challenging mission earlier on Bank Headquarters, and boy, it was challenging. It felt good. It felt like the Division 1 again, especially with the support stations going down. Like, they're OP in Division 1. If a support station went down, you had to deal with it, and it's the same now. So I'm very happy. I've enjoyed the level 40 grind. We're now back in DC doing all sorts, grinding for builds. And yeah, again, let me know what you think of the update in the comments. I'd like to read your views, especially around PvP. I used to be a PvP player on Division 1. I haven't been on Division 2. You know, I'm hoping they really improve the PvP experience for you all, because I see so much negativity about it. But that's the end of this video. Thank you for watching. If you did like it, again, please do hit that like button. Consider hitting subscribe for more content from myself, and do check out our community. It's linked at the top of the video description. You should definitely come and see what it's about. Until the next video, thank you for watching this one, guys, and peace out.